Let's go, Jimmy.
All right, the first one, story number 7, reported by the National Post. Wait till you see the video on this one. So there is a transgender high school teacher working in Ontario, Canada, who created some controversy after a video went viral of this teacher in shop class. Ella J, what was so controversial about this teacher?
Oh gosh, in shop class, could it be maybe something that who I want to get their pronouns correctly. Did they specify their pronouns in the article just before?
They did not. It is a man transitioning to a woman.
Okay. So she sculpted something like obscene in shop class. I mean, if it's like wood shop, maybe it was something maybe inappropriate for it. I'm going to go with that.
So she was wearing enormous prosthetic boobs with visible nipples poking through her shirt. We got video of it courtesy of Hoist Lopez. Check this out. Now, after that went viral, the school, which is the Oakville Trafalgar High School in Oakville, Ontario, Canada, they sent out a letter to parents implying that it's illegal to even suggest that the garb that the teacher is wearing may be inappropriate, equating the teacher's controversial decision to wear those breasts with the right to identify as transgender. That letter in itself caused controversy because the school has a dress code. And in that dress code, it says that students must refrain from wearing clothing that exposes or makes visible nipples and genitals. And so we got a picture, too, by the way, of the teacher, courtesy of BlogTO. There is another day of the teacher wearing the same outfit. What are your thoughts on this well endowed transgender shop teacher?
The school dress code, I feel like that brings me back to, like, high school and all of that. I mean, dress however you want, keeping in mind a professional environment too. I don't know if there was a possibility to, like, wear a bra or anything to appease the dress code, although sometimes, like, it wasn't even cut low or anything. It was
Right.
just you could see her nipples. So maybe for me, that would have been the only issue I think that might have appeased the dress code is just making sure that your nipples, like, weren't piercing through. But from what the outfit looked like, there was nothing, like, revealing or anything like that. For me, I feel like maybe just appeasing the nipple situation would have, I feel like, solved it.
Got you. So hide the nipple. Just hide the nipple.
Yeah. Just so you keep your job in the, school department. I trust me, I have fell victim to the school dress code and all of that a couple of times. It's not the best times, but I guess if you
Interesting.
wanna keep your job,
Uh-huh.
keep in the nipples just while you're at work.
Exactly, exactly. Tape them up, tape them up. So, can you describe, every story that I do, I ask a question somehow
Mhm.
related to the story, right? And this first one, I'm gonna go a little easy on you. Can you describe your most favorite or least favorite teacher and why you like them or didn't like them?
Um, okay, so I feel like my favorite teacher, which is really sad actually, because he passed away a couple months ago. It was in high school. It was kind of similar to woodshop, however, it was called design and drawing for production, where we like drafted up blueprints. It's like engineering essentially.
Uh-huh.
And in the first half of the year, we would hand draw blueprints, and then on the second half of the year, we take it digitally to create 3D blueprints. And so for me, I guess I was just naturally good at that, but he was so funny and I feel like you could relate to him on a level too. And like I would literally in my senior year then literally just go hang out in his rooms in all my study halls. He would let me hang out there. So I would just chill in his room and he was great. I miss him. I'm sad he passed away, but
Yeah, that is sad.
yeah, he had a lot of faith in me too, and I ultimately did not end up doing anything in engineering. I was good at it, but for me, I feel like he was just so personable and relatable and really understood like the kids and their our mentality in high school like that.
You know something? When I was in high school, I was a smart ass. And I know that I was difficult on the teachers sometimes because I was a smart ass. My favorite teacher was a guy named Mr. Hall because he always gave it back to me. And
Yeah, that was the
right?
same way with Mr. Connor, who was my favorite. He would give it right back to me. He
Yes.
would call me a dippy do, and
Right.
he would call and in my senior year high school, he's like, "Don't revert to being back to a freshman when you were stupid." I'm like,
There you go.
even
And
though
so
even though I was an honors kid, he's great. I miss him.
so anybody watching this, if you have employees or anybody that reports to you or anything, and if they're a pain in the ass or they're a smart ass, ass with you, just be a smart ass back, and you'll be shocked at how respected you will be if you do that. And I don't know why it is, but I remember one time, if I would answer a question, if it was like, they'd write the answers on the board. And if I would write a question or answer a question, the whole board could be empty. And he would write my answer in like this big of letters at the bottom right corner of the board, even if the whole board was empty. And I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. So
those were the best teachers that you could like have fun with.
Absolutely. Totally agree. All right, let's move on to story number 6, reported by Today. So you know how the real estate market has tanked over this last year, right? And rates are going up. We're dealing with inflation. There's one real estate agent in New Hampshire. His name is Tommy Baldick, and he came up with an idea for a house that he listed that got him a lot of attention. Ella J, what did this real estate agent do?
In New Jersey.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. So I don't know. I saw something on TikTok go viral. It might have not been this, where the home was accidentally listed for $110 instead of $110,000. They missed a couple of zeros until it went viral. Then they corrected it. I don't know if that's the one I saw, but I'm just going to stick with it.
That's not the one, but that's also pretty awesome. I bet they got a lot of offers on that one.
Did.
So no, in this case, what happened was somebody was dressed up as Michael Myers, and they were added to every photo on the listing. And we've got pictures courtesy of Tommy Boldick on Facebook. Check this out. You can see he's just hidden in every photo. Mr. Boldick said the listing was a collaboration between himself and the sellers. He said they thought it'd be a fun way to make people laugh. Now, I'm not sure if the house is sold, but at last check, they had over 70,000 views on the listing as a result of this idea. Look at that. Every shot, he's hiding somewhere. Look at it. I think it's beautiful. If you were looking for a home, and if you came across that listing and you saw Michael Myers in those photos, would that spark your interest or would that turn you off?
I feel like now is definitely the best time to do it since they're playing to the season that we're in right now is Halloween. I feel like if it was around Christmas time, it wouldn't necessarily work. So I feel like you have to keep in mind too the time frame that they're putting up this house where it's fall right now, Halloween's coming up. I don't know if it would necessarily turn me away. I think I would definitely appreciate the kind of comedic value to that and the art in there and the history with Michael Myers and that whole like horror genre. I think I would ask a couple follow-up questions if there was any like murders in this house prior. I think that would maybe have a little light bulb go off in my head. I would want some questions answered first, but I would definitely be interested in learning more about the house for sure.
Fascinating. So you look for chalk lines, basically. So is there a character that terrified you as a child, and now that you're an adult, they still terrify you?
So I should not have watched this. I think I was like 10 or 11 when my like dad put it on was the original Exorcist.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like I appreciate it still, but I think I'm still traumatized from watching it so young. Granted, it was the original one, so I feel like it was even more gruesome and scarier than like today I'm used to. So for me, I'm still like, even if I still watch it back, I think I'm still traumatized from being so young, and it kind of does scare me. Although I do like horror movies in general, just that one I think back to my childhood. I feel like.
Fascinating. So let's say that you, I don't know if you still go trick-or-treating or anything like that, but let's say you did. And let's say you go to a house and the door opens. I don't remember the name of the actress that played the girl in The Exorcist, but let's say they open the door and that girl is standing there and, she's holding the candy in her hand, but her head starts spinning. Are you like getting the candy or are you out?
I'm booking it, Jimmy. Unless they have like my favorite Twix candy there, then I'm booking it.
Amazing.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I click the subscribe button. You really should too. If you like videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, subscribe now.